really hurt from that whole thing. And contemplating suicide, I had the same exact message to God that I had on the ice in the Antarctic. Like, if you're really real, you better come down here and help, because, otherwise I'm just going to check out and I don't care. Right.
Yeah.
And at that point, I could care less about whether I lived or died, or whether there was an afterlife, or if anybody would be upset with me dying, because I knew they wouldn't, because they all hated me anyway. It's like,
Well, your kids were just too young.
well, I mean, I had this mind.
But that was your mindset.
Yeah, that led me to just like getting like ready to end it all. And then Jesus appeared in my room.
So it doesn't only take a person, it takes a mindset that God.
Not my point. That was my point. Nobody told me about the sinner's prayer. Nobody told me that I would have to read the Bible. Nobody told me that there was like this set of rituals or requirements that I was going to have to meet. It was just a simple, basic help. And I kid you not, Jesus was standing at the foot of my bed, and he said, "I know what you're thinking. You're not going there. You're going with me. We're going upstairs." So he took me up out of my body. We went up to heaven. He went through the pearly gates. I had to stay on the outside because I'm not ready yet. Anyway, so he goes inside and he says to his dad, now my dad, now your dad, he says, "This is Dean James Foster, the orthopedic surgeon. He's a mess." And God goes, "I know, and I love him too. So put up with the rest of your people." And that was his big moment when I got written into the book of life. From that moment on, I knew that there was a spiritual world. I knew that Jesus was real. I knew that this process of living our life down here so that we could have a life for eternity was real. And I read the Bible. I read the Bible like 2 times all the way through. And I began to get the idea that the spiritual world had rules and regulations and things that really were just completely like ignored by the grace of Jesus Christ coming into my room at 2:00 in the morning. Do you see what I mean?
And there's nothing you can do to describe the overwhelming feeling of God's presence.
I was at peace. I did not sleep the rest of the night. The next morning at 7:00 in the morning, I made rounds at 2 hospitals. At 9:00, I saw about 20 patients, and then I went in and did 2 elective surgeries after that, and I was never tired. So I was like having the time of my life. I'm going, this is great, So after that, I saw miracle after miracle after miracle.
Wow.
So if you open up to the spiritual world and you think that there might be the spiritual world, you want to connect with the right people in there, because one way I did it didn't work out so well. The other way I did it is fantastic. And Jeannie and I are having a great marriage, and we're loving talking to you and sharing with you our story.
So if you are seeking a relationship with God, we want to invite you today, right now, to know who Jesus is and to be a part of his family. And so I would love if you would just do a prayer, a sinner's prayer of people who might be seeking out right now and want to know who Jesus is.
For me, it's not about being a sinner needing Jesus. It's about a human being needing the love of God to help them in their journey in life, and I'll tell you, the more messy your life gets, the more Jesus is like there to help it all get straightened out.
Yeah.
And he will do. I have complete confidence that Jesus Christ not only is real, not only is in heaven and administering the salvation of millions of souls, but he is there personally for you. And if I can do that in a prayer right now, I will. Okay? So
You've put about 1 in a million, and he cares about you.
that's
So
right.
let's do this.
All right. Well, Lord, you've heard our testimony. You know that we love you very much, and you know that we love our audience now who's listening to this. Every single one of them, Lord, we pray, are touched by your magnificence, your peace that passes understanding, your love that shows them that your mercy, your forgiveness, your grace, that's all on the table. And mostly it's your opened arms that will welcome them. No matter what they've done, no matter where they are in their life, just show yourself to them. Show up and show off, and lead them into that precious journey that we're all on right now